Hello. So here is a shorter version of how to make your how to make your homework for the weekend and move your peer bio over and start a homepage. So right now, I have just this index page in my username.github.io folder. And here it is. Here's this. I'll just leave my style sheet there. So I have a style sheet and an index page that belong together, but they're not my they're not my they're not what I want for my homepage. So I want to put them in a subfolder. So first, I'm going to make a folder, and I'm going to back up for a second. I'm going to click on this on the main folder where I want the folder to go, and then click New Folder. And this I'm going to call Peer Bio. And then I'm also going to want another folder for my homework. So I'm going to click New again. Oops, see how this went inside the folder? I don't want that. So I'm going to click on Deep Space Mermaid again, click on Add, and then I'm going to say Simple Narrative. Okay, so now I have two folders. I'm just verifying that they're on the outside directory. They're not inside each other. Ooh, it's hard to talk. Okay, so this one, I want to go, this index and style, I want to go in here. I'm going to say yes, move it. Okay, so now I have no homepage. If I go here, it's going to be, can't get it because it doesn't exist. So I want to add a new index.html that's outside of these folders. So I'm going to click here and click it again so I can just see what I'm doing. Click new, and I'm going to type index.html. So this is going to be my homepage. I'm going to use that cool Emmet trick to do my boilerplate HTML. So I'm going to say shift exclamation point tab, and I'm just going to say Alana's homepage. And then in the body, I'll just add an H1 just so there's something here for now. I'm going to add links to my homework pretty soon, but we'll just start with that. So there is that. So then now my peer bio is here. So if I want to get to that, what I can do is go to my browser. I'm going to refresh to make sure. Okay, so there's my homepage. It lives in deepspacemermaid.github.io/index. If I delete index and I type in peer-bio, as long as I have an index file in there, it'll try to load it. So there's peer bio. Now, if I tried to go to simple narrative, it would not work because there's nothing in that folder yet. So let's change that. So for simple narrative, I'm going to add, you guessed it, an index.html file. Now watch out with all these index.html files. It's hard to keep track of them sometimes. So really, you got to use these lines as guides. So let's close this so I don't get confused. I'm also just going to close this one. I'm just going to close them all and make sure I'm using the right files. Okay, simple narrative. Okay, so here we are. I'll just write the word test just to verify I'm in the right place. So simple narrative test. So this is all local. This is my 127.0.0.1. Okay, so let's get rid of test. I'm going to delete it. Because this file is a .html, I can say exclamation point tab, and it'll give me that boilerplate. My narrative is going to be 4 fruits of Hawaii. Fruits to eat in Hawaii. Okay. And then I'm going to just build out my project on the first page because all the pages are going to be basically the same layout. I'm just changing links and images. Okay, so there's my H1. Now in simple narrative, I also want to add an images folder. So I'm going to say images. And while we're at it, let's create that style.css file. So also in that folder, style.css. So as you can see, kind of all these folders, they're kind of separate projects. They all have their own style.css. But within the folder, they're going to use, in this case, there's going to be 5 files. They're all going to use this one style.css. So it's kind of, the style file is by project. So you can kind of think of these as like separate projects. Okie doke. Let's grab images. I'll just go to my backup. There it is, backup. Okay, here's the folder I want, simple narrative, images. Okay, backup, images. So it really is a good idea to take some time and rename this stuff before you check it in. So you don't run into any GitHub issues with like upper lowercase malarkey. Okay, so there's my images. And I'm going to, I want to have an H2 that describes what's on the page. So the home page is just going to be all the fruit. Okay. And then I'm going to have 3 images. 2 of them are going to have links. So I'm going to go A to get an anchor tag. And then I'm going to say img tab to get an image tag. And now to save myself time, I'm going to copy it twice. But the middle one, I don't need a link around it. So I'm going to get rid of the front anchor tag and also the back anchor tag for that. Let me make this easier for you to see. Okay. Also, you can use indentation to kind of help you understand what's going on in the page. So if I make line breaks around these anchor tags and image tag, I can kind of tell, okay, this anchor tag is for that image. This anchor tag is for that image. It's definitely closing, all that good stuff. Okay, so this one is the left arrow. So they're all in images. And here's index. So I'm going to say images / arrow L, and then images / arrow right, or arrow R. And if I didn't do this in, I don't think I did this in the afternoon class, you can just look for like arrow image or something, or arrow right, I think is all I look for. And then I just downloaded, if you go to images, it'll give you lots of images to choose from. You can choose cool fancy ones, or you can just draw one and save it as a PNG. But I just grabbed some from here. Okay. Woohoo. All right, so my arrows are giant and they look terrible, but that's fine. And then the middle one, I have like an all fruits one, lots of fruit. Okay. Be good and say left arrow, right arrow, and then, oops, what did I just do? href, image, lots of fruit. I'll just call this fruit. Okay. The left arrow is going to go backwards. The right arrow is going to go forwards. Let me think about, I'm just going to like create the names of my files. So I want to make a bunch of files inside simple narrative. So I'm going to say 1, and I'm just going to name them page01.html, page02, and just keep them blank. Page03.html, page04. Okay, so I have index and 4 subpages. So this one, I want to go, when I'm going left, I want to go to the last page. So I'm going to go to page04.html. Cool. And because it's on the same, like in the same folder, I can just say the name of the file. And then my right arrow, I want to go to page 01. Okay, so let's make sure this is working. Oh, right, I should do some style. So this looks terrible. Let's fix it. We're going to use classes. So the way that you can specify more than just like the HTML tag is you can give everything a unique, or at least semi-unique class name. So I'm going to call this arrows because both my arrows can kind of use the same style. Copy. Command C, Command V is your friend. Okay, so that's going to be arrows, and then the middle one is going to be fruit. Okay, so in style, I'm going to say dot arrows. That's how you call a class in CSS. If it's just an HTML tag that is not a class, you just say body. I'm going to say margin equals 0 because I hate that margin. Okay, so arrows, I want them to be a width of 15%, give or take. So the percentage is based on the width of whatever container they're in. Right now, they're just in the body. There's no kind of box around them. So they'll each be 15% of the width of the page. So together, they'll be 30%. And then fruit, I'm going to make it be a width of 70%. Okay, let's see how that worked. It didn't work at all. And you know why? If I was to like do my little test, so if I said the background should be pink, oh, background pink, but it's not pink. That's because my my style sheet is not linked. This is another reason why you should just spend a minute making sure that your first page is working, so that when you copy the page contents, you don't have to do it over again. Like you don't have to go, oh, now I have to copy the style sheet. So see that when I saved, it turned pink. Okay, so now we've got, they're not quite fitting. So I'm actually just gonna like call this 60%. I'll explain why that's happening next week. Right now, let's not worry about it. Let's get rid of that background of pink. And then let's just say text align center and just have the whole page centering. Looks lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, let's verify that this link goes somewhere. Cool. It's going to page 04. Hit the back button. Oh, refresh. And then let's go. That's probably because the browser is trying to cache the page to make your life easier and faster. Now I'm going to go forward. This goes to page 01. Looks great. I'm happy. I'm happy enough. So now I'm going to go, let's just get rid of all this stuff. Okay. I'm going to go to index. I'm going to say Command A, Command C to copy it. I click on page 01, Command V to paste it, Command S to save. Page 2, Command V to paste, Command S to save. Page 3, Command V to copy, Command S. And then page 4, I suppose I could have just like, well, I don't know. This is fine. Fine by me. I could have duplicated them, but whatever. All right, now when we go here, we're on index. We go back. We have a page that looks exactly the same, but it's going to page 4. And then it will always go to page 4 until we change the link. This one will always go to page 01. So if I'm on the index page, I'm good. If I'm on page 1, I want to go to page 2. And if I'm going backwards, I want to go to the index page. On page 2, I want to go to page 3. And if I'm on page 2, I want to go to page 1. Page 3 goes to page 4. Or page 2. Page 4 goes back to the home page, so index. And it goes back to 3. Okay, so we're going right and left. Now we just need to change the image. So images / I'll make the first one banana, and I'm going to say banana. Second one, guava. And we'll say guava. 3, lilikoi. Oh, there's 2 L's. LaCroix, and then page 4 is dun, 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 pineapple. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Cool. Let's try it out. And I know I'm doing this fast. You can do pause, play is your friend. Okay. Guava, lilikoi, pineapple, all the fruits, banana, guava, lilikoi, pineapple. Okay, let's go backwards. All the fruits, pineapple, lilikoi, guava, banana, all the fruits. Okay, looking good. Let's check it in. Let's go to GitHub Desktop. And I'm going to say created homework. Now check it in. And I'm going to one local commit waiting to be pushed. Okay. Push. The other thing we can do is we can add this to our home page. So because peer bio and simple narrative both have an index.html file, if I go to my home page, I'm going to make a paragraph tag, P tab, and then anchor tag, A tab, and then I want 2 links, so I'm just going to copy these. Okay, copy, paste, and I can say, okay, from index, go to simple-narrative. All I need, because it knows to find an index page, and then on this one, peer bio. And now if I go to my home page, so I got to back up here. Here's my home page. Come on. What? Oh, I don't have any text inside the links, so there's no links to be displayed. So this one I need to do simple narrative, and then this one peer bio. There we go. Okay, and then we can check it out. So if I click that, it goes to simple narrative. If I go to peer bio, it goes here. All right, let's check that in. And then added links to homepage, commit to main, push. And then in GitHub, let's go to github.com. Oh, I have to do it in a incognito browser. Okay. So here's my GitHub. Here's my latest stuff 2 minutes ago. You can add a link. So when you're in your code view of your repository, you can click on the gear, whatever it is, and you can add a link to your repository. It needs the http:// or https. Both will work. Save changes. And so now if I click this, I can oh, it's taking its sweet time to publish. This always takes like 5 minutes. There it goes. Okay. So this should take me to my project, my homework, and I can go to Canvas, modules. I'm going to go to student view. Where's student view? Course, home. Come on. How do I get to student view? Courses. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So in student view, I can go to modules. You are the student view. And for create a 5-page narrative, I can start assignment and I can add the link. So link to my homework. You can either paste in the link or you can even select words and then click on link and it'll like give you a hypertext link, whatever you'd like to do. But yeah, this part of the assignment is really figuring out how to get the link to your homework. So give it your best shot and ta-da! Okay, thank you.